So here's something that's going to mess with you a little bit. You're not actually the most connected generation in history, you just think you are. Because ancient humans were already running long distance communication networks tens of thousands of years before the telephone ever existed. And honestly, the system they built should kind of embarrass us. So here's the problem they actually had to solve. Imagine your entire world is just your tribe, maybe 30 people, and enemies exist somewhere beyond the next mountain. Resources are running out, and something dangerous is moving through the valley. You need to warn the next group right now, and they're 200 miles away. No writing, no roads, no horses, nothing. Just your brain, your hands, and whatever's around you. So, what do you do? Well, it turns out ancient humans came up with three completely different answers to that exact problem, and every single one of them worked. The first answer was fire. Archaeological evidence actually points to rock cairns and fire pits in Seminole Canyon, Texas, dating all the way back to around 10,000 BCE. And researchers believe these were part of a rapid smoke relay system used to send alerts across open terrain. And the way it worked was almost elegant. One hilltop lights a fire, the next hilltop sees it and lights their own, then the next one, and the next one after that. A message that would take a runner 3 full days on foot could travel hundreds of miles in just a matter of hours. Pretty wild, right? But here's the thing. Fire had a ceiling. It could scream danger, but it couldn't really explain it. So they had to build something better. And that's where it gets really interesting. Over in West Africa, communities among the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Akan peoples developed what we now call talking drums. And these weren't just instruments making noise. These things actually replicated the tonal patterns and linguistic structures of real spoken language. A message could travel 100 miles in a single hour, with relay drummers passing it along from village to village like a living wireless network built entirely from wood and skin. And here's the part that's honestly a little brutal. African engineers had already perfected this entire system while colonial authorities were still out here using horse messengers to move information around. Europeans looked at the drums and called it primitive. It was faster than anything they had. But even speed wasn't the only problem ancient humans needed to solve. The walls took care of something completely different, and that was permanence. Canadian anthropologists studying Ice Age caves now believe that the abstract symbols found alongside prehistoric rock art are actually the earliest known examples of graphic communication, predating the written word entirely. And what's fascinating is that the exact same symbols keep showing up in caves that are separated by hundreds of miles. Different tribes, totally different locations, same marks. That's not a coincidence. That's a shared language carved directly into stone, built specifically to outlast the people who created it. And then when you zoom out, it all starts connecting in a way that's kind of mind-blowing. Archaeological evidence shows long-distance trade networks already operating thousands of years before written records even existed. Obsidian tools have been found thousands of kilometers away from the volcanic sources they originally came from. But here's the thing. Those weren't just trade routes. They were the roads that fire signals warned about, the paths that drum networks actively tracked, the landmarks that cave symbols marked out. Together, they formed the original internet, moving goods and warnings and knowledge across entire continents all at the same time. So yeah, we spent 2 centuries building satellites and smartphones and called it connecting the world. Ancient humans already did that with fire, drums, and stone. The only thing we actually invented was the arrogance to think we were the first.